Hey viewers, Hexcraft here. First skin review of the year, and of course I had to pick a champion that has 14 skins because he got a new one, and I've been trying to do his skin video for a while, but one of his skins was just locked permanently on my main account, but I was able to get it on my second account. So yeah, hope you're all doing well, and let's start this year off with some maybe good skins. First things first though, I want to mention, again, Yasuo's animations are kind of, well, basic, as many melee champions are. They have some nice little flares here and there, small details, so I'll be judging them based off the actual model, the weapon, and the small details. So with that out of the way, let's get into it. As always, base skins get a 5, but I will say Yasuo is a very interesting character for his base skin. I always did like his design slightly due to the sword and the actual cutting into the grounds. He went effect being kind of meh, and honestly there's only really two major things that I think are really bad with this skin. First off, what are those parachute pants? Never understood why they're like that. Second, even with like it being wrapped that way, I'm pretty sure his hair's long enough that with all the wind going around would still slap him in the forehead at some point. Like he has to have that stuff gelled up to keep it as thick and solid as it is. It's just something I want to point out, but like I said, base skin, it's decent, it's okay, it gets a 5. Honestly, out of all the basic early skins they have, High Noon classic skins were always a very interesting, fun skin in my opinion. I gotta say, I do love the fact that they did make the effects kind of brownish wind, as if there's sand and dust actually being kicked up from his attack. Overall, many of the effects are still the same. However, the one detail I do love is that, again, this sparked the whole weapons that are also guns, so they make gun sound effects. And I really do like that in the skin. However, the only thing I do think that holds the skin back is that it's classic High Noon. If it was more of the modern new design for the High Noon, I feel like the skin would be so much better and the effects would be so much cooler. All in all though, it's a good skin, and I gotta give it a 6. Honestly, I don't think this is actually a good skin. Maybe people will disagree with me, but again, melee doesn't really have that cool effect when it comes to cybery effects. His tornado is okay, and his shield is eh. Most of the only cool parts about him is his armor and his sword, which, again, those are the main things to judge the skin on, but at the same time, you'd think it'd be a little cooler than some cybery effects. Honestly, my only thing I can say about the skin that I really do like is his recall, where he holds his sword on his foot by the handle, because it's so goofily stupid. All in all though, I gotta give the skin a 6. I feel like Blood Moon is a good look for him. All in all, the effects actually stick out so much more with the larger splats of blood everywhere. On top of the fact that his tornado is so gruesomely gory with all that blood, his wall is a bit thin and weak looking, but his model really does make up for it. Especially the effect on his sword after he ults, causing this reddish blood fire effect. Almost like a blood flame from Elden Ring. All in all, it's a really good skin. I gotta give it a 7. Especially because in his slashes on the ground, there is also some blood in there. They really went all out with the blood. In full honesty, I don't really like the Night or Dawnbringer skins. They're okay, in my opinion. The wall is so much easier to notice and get a good visual of. The thrust animation is kind of eh. The best thing I'd say is the effect of after he ults and his actual ult animation with all the shadow forms coming together. But all in all, he just turns into Brand. This skin line just feels like he was trying to beat everything and anything, and I feel like maybe there should have been more of a, if I recall, it's supposed to be pure chaos, which it fits the chaos design of destruction and madness, I guess, but all in all, I think it more just fits fire and shadow. It still gets a 7 though, because again, the animation is cool and the effects are pretty nice. Those parachute pants really look ridiculous in this skin, but I will say the cyber futuristic effects on this skin are what I was hoping for and expecting when it came to his project skin. I think it was done a lot better in this skin. His sword looks cool, his outfit's great. I love the little creature he has on his shoulder. Again, his shield looks nice for this cyberistic effect. And of course, his tornado looks nice, and his ultimate, which has a orbital strike attack. all in all, it's a nice skin, and I gotta give it a 7. As always, the pixelated effects are pretty nice in these skins. However, it kind of has some issues here and there. Yes, the thrust has a beautiful look to it. Tornado looks nice. Ultimate's kind of, barely notice the thing it strikes down with, and his shield doesn't really feel as artistically done. The model looks okay, he looks fine and dandy, but in all honesty, I feel like there could have been more to this skin. Something interesting, something more, design-wise. I feel it's a bit lacking and kind of just feels like a lesser version of a battle boss. Probably because most of the good battle bosses are casters. So I'm gonna give this a 6. I'm surprised. Out of all the true damage, I think Yasuo probably is the best of all of them. Outfit and design-wise, it looks pretty nice and pretty cool. Again, the effect of after he ults, the blade just looks so nice. And the more sound waves effects he has in all his abilities kinda does look really chill and cool. Instead of having currents of winds, he has sound, which again isn't much and it's not as flashy as it could be with the other music skins, but I feel like for a music skin for Yasuo, this is the best we're gonna get, and I think they really did it really well, honestly. And I gotta give it a 7. I think this is actually the weakest of the Spirit Blossom skins. Honestly, the flickers of pink and blue kinda just seem I don't know why there is blue really. I get it's like spirits and such, but in all honesty, I feel like more of a thicker, like pure white instead of blue, with the cherry blossom pink being a little darker, just slightly darker, not extremely dark, I mean, it would have been so much more visually noticeable. But honestly, in this skin, I would say out of all the Spirit Blossoms, I barely even notice the blossom effects sometimes, because they seem so transparent. When I was told we were getting a Spirit Blossom skin for our swordsman here, I was expecting his tornado and ult to be similar to the guy from Bleach, but in all honesty, yeah, there's some cherry blossoms, but there's also this random, like, teal blue. And honestly, the model does not look that special compared to base. So I'm gonna give this a 6, maybe even a 5. The last one's a controversy. Probably this one's gonna be more of a controversy because I actually do like this one. Now, there are aspects of the model that look goofy, yes, but the sword looks incredible, the armor looks great, and of course, the spell effects, because anything that completely changes the effect of certain things always gets the win in my book. This is like Yasuo if he was Pike's story, basically. He has all his effects being water related. He doesn't shed blood, he splashes water, and again, it's the idea of the wind swordsman becoming a water version, which I think is a really cool concept and kind of hints at what a swordsman of Alawi would be like. And I gotta give it an 8 because it's an interesting concept and a really good skin, even though it kind of just felt weird and random. Yeah, this video is pretty much going to be pissing off Yasuo mains, but honestly, the model and blade is the only good thing I like about this. All in all, the shield is really weird. The Qs are strange. I don't know why there's lightning in this. It feels like the whole concept of true dragon being lightning is kind of goofy because we've seen the multiple dragons that are from the skin line. So why do you have to be a lightning wind dragon? Because we already have Lee Sin and Aurelian skins that are in that category. And I believe also, isn't there a volley one that also falls into the wind lightning kind of style? So yeah, I feel like this skin is kind of a missed potential, and also the fact that it's green kind of makes the whole dragon aspect of his swinging the sword just feel like a Genji thing. It doesn't help that he literally then gets Super Saiyan gold hair. All in all, I will have to give the skin a 7 because, again, the effects are clean and the model is nice, but in honesty, I don't think this is worth the price tag. This is just the last one, but purple, and honestly, I know I like purple and all, but that's not an improvement. In fact, it kind of feels weird seeing some of these effects now just purple. Again, the lightning just doesn't feel like it fits. The only thing that I'd say is improved is the hair just seems more lightning, and design-wise, the concept of the sword look, not just shining gold, but it also, because it is purple now, kind of leans towards the bluer side of being purple, which kind of feels like Lee Sin's skin. So yeah, more so kind of stepping on someone else's lightning dragon skin. So yeah, a 7 because the model, and still in my opinion, not worth the price tag. Now, I really do like the whole Inkshadow skins. They're pretty cool and nice. I do love the effect that he does with his Qs. You actually can see his tattoo pop. I do think the effects of his ult and his tornado are nice. Shield, of course, just shows off the logo. But in all honesty, this skin is also extremely goofy because he's he's literally an Xbox color scheme. Fucking white, black, and green. He's an Xbox, which I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but all in all, it's a nice skin and it does feel like it'd be a really good value. So I'm gonna give it a 7. I actually thought this was gonna be a really cool concept for a skin. The whole old man Yasuo, cool design and all that, but I get the whole his hand is sort of turning to the whole like pure wind and such. Why is his hair not glowing blue? And also, what's with his wind? Like, this is just base Yasuo but older, right? So why is there now this fire and lightning effect? Like, the fire in the shield I get because it could be referencing him blocking the arrows, but why is everything else involving this skin have a fire and lightning effect? Especially because why is there lightning? Yasuo really never had lightning with his base stuff, and it just feels weird. All in all, it's a okay skin, but I really don't think it's really worth the price at all. If it was a free skin, sure, cool, great, but all in all, he has better skins that are way more interesting visually, so I'm gonna give 5 actually. And there you have it. If it seems like I just went for 6 and 7s a lot, it's because his skins kind of fall into that mid ground in my opinion, where they're just okay and a little above okay. They're nothing too horrible and they're nothing too grand either. They're decent for what they are, and yeah, that's kind of what you get if you don't redesign him in some cool interesting way like the water one. But that'll do it. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment if you will, share if you can, and I will try to do more of these, and hopefully this year we can have some really fun ones, because I have really big plans coming up. Hope you're all excited, and I'll see you then. Peace!